All right. So tonight we'll discuss what we actually did yesterday. Okay. But this time around we're putting it in order. Okay. So tonight we're having the topic psychology in trading or trading psychology with regards to forex. Okay. So now why this topic is so important is because, like I always say, that the truth is every strategy actually works. Every strategy works, though we have some strategies that have more, like a higher win rate, yes, that are more accurate, yes. But the truth is, no matter how accurate your strategy is, no matter how good your strategy is, no matter how the best strategy you have in the world, no matter how skillful you are, without your psychology in place, then it will all go back to failure. I mean, the total one. So that's why you see sometimes a lot of traders, they can be good at their strategy, they can be good at trading. They will start maybe with 100 USD and they can turn that 100 into $1,000, into a 1,200. Now, without withdrawal, before you know it, that 1,200, it could take them like 1 month to grow that. And then it takes them like 1 day to blow it. And then they start again by getting another fund. So they are type of people who build up just to blow it in 1 day. They build up just to blow it in 1 day. Now, psychology is very important in everything we're doing in life generally. I mean, if you look at psychology, well, what is the real meaning? I mean, looking at it in a very simple way, I mean, without having to make it complicated by adding science and the way it's actually being defined, okay? So if we have to put it in a plain sentence, short one, straight to the point, precise definition would be, is just a study of the mind. So psychology itself is a study, but study of what? Of the mind, how the mind works and how you can use it to your own advantage. So that's simply how to put it when you talk about psychology. Okay, now when you talk about trading psychology now, or of course trading psychology in forex. So how you define that part is almost the same, but this time around we need to kind of a bit elaborate it so it can really be clear, okay, and precise. You understand? So it can be really applicable or be practical. Okay, so when it says psychology or trading psychology, okay, it simply means your ability to know how your mind works and using them to your advantage when making decisions on your trading or making decisions on your entries, making decisions on your exits, making decisions on your money management, risk management, and every other thing. Now, the reason why this is important is this: 99% of the time, we get carried away by our emotions. When you are trading, you get, for example, when you make wins, you get so excited. Now, not that it's bad to be excited. Of course, it's natural to be excited when you make wins, but after all, you work hard and then you get to the point where you start making profits or being profitable, you'll be excited. But you see, we allow the excitement to take over us, like pushes us into decisions that will destroy the excitement in the first place. So it's not like a rain and a sun, a rain and a sun, like seasons, you know. And if you look at what I'm saying, you see that most traders go through this. You get happy today, the next day you're not. You get happy today, the next day you're not. It's like a roller coaster thing. You get. So you see, so a lot of people have done this. It's not just one person. Even myself that I'm talking, I'm guilty. I've done this. So I mean, I've built thousands of dollars and I blow it. Boom. There was a day. Okay, let me give you a story. There was a time. I think I've told you guys this story before. Okay, there was a time I made $22,000. Now that money that I made, then I didn't know anything about forex. I only know copy and paste. I didn't know anything about risk management, and there was no mentor to guide me actually. Well, I mean, I only know just copy paste, and I didn't even have to analyze. My job is just when you have money, go into the market, take a lot size that appeals to your mind at the time, and when you make money, be happy, and that's it. So I was lucky that day. I made that money. Now, if I had a mentor like myself, then I would have probably been put right, even after making the money. That's why I don't celebrate the wins. I celebrate how you win. I mean, you get. So I was so happy and excited. So well, luckily for me, I withdrew that money because I needed to do something with that money for a project, and I did it. Now, after that, my confidence grew. Now, this kind of confidence I'm talking about is not the one that is backed up by knowledge. It's kind of a confidence that is backed up by the excitement and the certainty that it will always be like that. You know, that kind of mindset whereby you win and you feel like you must always win. You get so used to winning that you feel like you must always win, that every small loss you get discouraged and like, oh, you know, or any small loss you don't want to give up, you want to keep trading until you make that win again. You know, that kind of stuff. So that's what happened to me. So there was this time again. I started with a thousand, a 900 and something or so, maybe about $1,900 and something dollars. And in one day, I got it up to 4,300 or 700 and something. I can't remember, but it's 4,000 and some fractions on it. And that thing in me was like, oh wow! I was so excited. I was like, hey, let me make it 5,000, and it was on a Friday. So let me make it 5,000. So let me continue trading. So I continued trading. I think I was buying. It was a buy on gold, and this was 2022, 2021. Yeah, 2021. So it was a buy on gold. And then when I was going to the mosque, so I was meant to continue the buy. I didn't know that I clicked on the sell. It was a Friday, right? I was so excited that I couldn't even see what I was doing. I mean, my mind was not really on the chart. I was more excited about the profit. I was seeing the 5,000 already. I was already preparing my story, my testimonial to tell my team, oh guys, I make 5,000 in one day. You know? Do you know what I did? I sold instead of buying. I went to the mosque thinking I'll come back and make some profits. Guess what I met? I made zero. Zero. The whole account blown. That day, I almost choked myself. I was like, I felt so bad. As a matter of fact, so frustrated. I felt so bad, so frustrated. I felt like, and I needed to make that money back. So every time I think about my broker, I get fury. I get furious, I was like, that was the end. You can imagine. So I exactly, yes, that's the reason, because like, I lost so much after that. I kept on losing. I'll make money and lose and all that. Until date, sometimes I still make that mistake. Now, if you look at this thing, you ask yourself this question. These happenings, when you make money and you lose it, you want to ask yourself this question. Is it because of the market? Is it because of the strategy? Is it because of your mentor, the educator? Is it because of Manara? The thing is, it can't be because of all these things, because these are the same things that got you the money in the first place. So what took this money? Now, the truth is, yes, there are no guarantees in Forex trading, just like there are no guarantees in anything in life. Nobody will tell you there's anything that is 100% guaranteed. That we're going to be waking up alive tomorrow is not 100% guaranteed. That's why we pray at night that God, please let us wake up tomorrow. That you're going to eat your food and to digest, there's no guarantees, because you don't know when constipation will come in, because you didn't invite it and you never expected anything bad to happen. That you're going to write your exam and pass it, there are no guarantees. It can be good, and whoever would mark your scripts may be bad. I mean, anything can happen in life. Even when you are already at your peak, even when you know everything is clean, maybe if you have done your part, right? The next thing, every day, what we do is to hope for the best. We'll do our part and we hope for the best, right? So the same thing with Forex. Yes, nothing is guaranteed. But the good thing about this not being guaranteed is it is not guaranteed yet, but it is safe. Because why? There are things, there are steps, there are rules that you follow that will help you to stay in shape. Because the end game of you trading Forex is not really to become a billionaire in the night or in one night. It's actually for you to be profitable to the level where you become financially free. But it's something that go over time. Do you get? It has to go over time. You can't just, and for this to happen, it needs a lot of your mindset. Now, talking about mindset is what is tied to your psychology, because psychology, like I said, is the study of the mind. Now, the way your mind behaves and how you can be able to use it to your advantage is what we call the psychology. And psychology of trading is simply in making your decisions. You need your sound mind, okay? And your mindset needs to be right. So when we talk about mindset and Forex trading, what are we talking about? The first thing is when you join or you're trying to be a Forex trader and you are thinking, I don't have to lose. That's the number one wrong thing you can never do to yourself. That's the number one injustice you do to yourself. As a matter of fact, I always tell people, if you don't want to lose money, don't even do forex at all. Do you get it? It's not like someone who said, "Oh, I like to go out, but I don't like the sun. I like to go out, I don't like the rain. I like to go out, I don't like the cold." I mean, like Jim Rohn would say, you need to create your own earth, rearrange the weather to fit into your own schedule. But as long as you are here on Earth, you are what? On this planet Earth, you are a guest. So you have to live by what you see. So the best thing is make sure whatever it is on ground, that's there on ground, you can now mold them to your own advantage, but you cannot run from them or you rearrange them. It is what it is, what it is, and it's going to be like that. Even before it was like that, after you to still be like that. So in forex trading, if you're avoiding loss, if you think you don't want to lose, don't even do it at all, because the first rule of trading is never trade with the money that you cannot afford to lose. Don't even dare. If you're going to be trading with this money, make sure it's money you can afford to lose. That's the first area of connecting your emotion. That's the first area of putting your mind at rest. You want to be in a trade and have rest of mind. You want to be in a kind of trade whereby you just put it in and then you put your mind off. You only come to check how far you've gone, if you have hit your targets. I mean, you will be and you'll be up and down. You'll be up and down. You'll be praying. You'll be praying and be wishing. You'll be praying and be wishing. You hold your phone. Your hands are shaking. Your legs are shaking. Your heart is pumping. Your palpitation level is high. The heart, instead of beating 60, what do you call it now? 60 times per minute or so. I don't know. It's beating like 1,000 times per minute. I mean, you don't need all of that. So when you've done something wrong or something is wrong, that is when you start trading that way. Trading is supposed to be an enjoyable experience, a gradual building type of financial free, what do you call it, independence, and something that you build yourself into financial independence. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is where psychology is important while you're trading, because let me tell you, this psychology is not in place. Like I said, you can have the best strategy, you make money and you keep losing them. Okay. Now you will realize that sometimes you see yourself trading, making money on Monday, on Tuesday, another win, on Wednesday, another good win, 3 consecutive days. On Thursday, beautiful win. On Friday, one loss, and it will wipe out all the wins from Monday till Thursday. Why is it so? Even when the risk to reward, which means even when the stop loss is 30 pips and in the win rate, I mean the stop loss is 30 pips and the profit in that same trade is supposed to be about 60 pips, which like let's say 1 to 2. Yet that 30 pips will take away all your money that you have made for the week. One single loss. Why is it so? Now, you ask me, is it that the strategy is not good? The strategy is good. The strategy gave you 4 to 1, which means 4 wins out of 5. And in Forex, if you use the right risk to reward and following the risk management, right risk management, you can have 5 trades, lose 3, win 2, yet still be in profit. Still being profitable. Yeah. You get. But why is it that you lose all of it in one trade? Simple. And those are the things we'll be pointing out. So now when you talk about psychology or trading psychology, it's just a matter of set of principles that you need to watch. Let them be your watchword, let them be your guide through your trading journey or experience. Don't even do anything outside the principles. Let the principle be like your boss that you need to get instructions from before you take a step on anything. If anything, as a matter of fact, the quality of the setup, the volatility, the quality of the setup, the what do you call it now? The volatility of the market, the beautiful movement of the price in the market should not be the reason why you should go into the trade. But the alignment of the market with your principles is the reason why you should go into any trade. So what I'm saying in essence is this: any trade, no matter how good looking it is, no matter how fine or bogus or beautiful the risk to reward is, no matter how fine the setup is, no matter how much it matches your strategy, so long it's not going with your principle or your principle cannot fit into it, don't even do it at all. Because let me tell you the truth. Like I said, the principles is what will take you through. Now, do you know why the principles are more important? Let me tell you one thing. If anyone tells you today that emotion, psychology, and all these things can be controlled by human, that person is lying to you. Anything that is emotion or emotional, I'll give you an instance. In life, generally, let me tell you something. At least as we are here, we all believe in God, and then depending of irrespective of our religion, I believe when we lose someone, when someone dies, there are kind of things that the book, the scripture, people, whoever will console you, okay, will be making reference to the scripture. We'll be talking about there's a time for everything in life, there's a time for death, there's a time, they mention a lot of things, they tell you a lot of stuff. Now you see what they are doing. They know that they cannot control that emotion right there. They know that you cannot even do it by yourself, but they know that the set of instructions can help you to change your mindset. And when the mindset is changed, the paradigm is changed. What is paradigm? Paradigm is the way you see things. It's like the foundation of your life. I gave an instance yesterday, and I'm going to do it again tonight, and so it will be part of the recording for anybody who will be listening to this or watching this after tonight. Now I made a reference to something I read long time ago in a book by Stephen Covey. It was an illustration he made one time. So he was talking about in life why a lot of people are frustrated. I mean, you realize that in life sometimes somebody who is good at something, somebody who is intelligent, yet he's not going ahead. I mean, it's not moving ahead in life, and you'll be wondering what is going on. Sometimes you target to spiritual problems, especially we in Africa, isn't it? Now, he gave an instance or reference to something like a story, a painted like illustration. I don't know how to call it, but let me just give you the same thing. So, for example, let's say you're traveling now from, let's say you're traveling from Lagos to Abuja. Okay. Now, being a Lagosian, you are used to Lagos very well, fine, but you have a project to do in Abuja. But to get that project done in Abuja, you need a guidance, you need a navigation. So you will know your routes, how to move around in Abuja to your destination to do what you are there to do, so you can do it in time, get it done, get it achieved, get fulfilled, and get back to your destination, which is Lagos, right? Now, so on your way to Abuja, okay, you demanded for a map of Abuja in Lagos here. So where you got the map from, okay, the map was printed out for you. Now, the map that was given to you was a map of Kano State. That was a mistake by the person who was printing. So the person mistakenly printed Kano State map, okay, but because he thought it was printing Abuja map, so he tagged it Abuja. So on the top of the map, it was written Abuja. Meanwhile, the actual content of the map is Kano. Now, imagine you going to Abuja with a map of Kano. Now, when you get to Abuja, you're meant to get a taxi driver that will take you to your destination. Now, the taxi driver comes in and you bring out the map and you tell the taxi driver this. So I'm going to Yankaba. Now, the taxi driver will be looking at you like, what do you mean? The taxi driver will tell you there's no place like Yankaba in Abuja. And then, okay, I'm going to, let's say I'm going to Kumboso. And like, there's no place like Kumboso in Abuja. Then you mention another place. I'm going to Yankura Market. You're like, there's no Yankura Market in Abuja. Then they start mentioning a lot of places in Kano, no man's land. So there's no man's land in Abuja. You will get frustrated. The taxi driver will get frustrated. I mean, everybody will be frustrated because, like, you will be like, this is the map saying there is, and you are saying there's nothing like that. Now, do you know what happens in that journey? Despite the fact that you are in the right destination, which is Abuja, you're in the right location, you're in the right location, which is Abuja, right? But you can't get anywhere because you are carrying a map of Kano. So it means you are in the right place, but with the wrong map. Now, you can't get to your destination like that. So the same thing with mindset. Now, if you can be doing the right thing that is meant for you, that you're meant to succeed in, you can be good. You can do everything right. Everything can be intact, yet you're not getting it done. The reason is simply why, because you are in the right place, doing the right thing, but with the wrong mindset. Your mindset is like a map. Now, if you have a wrong mindset in trading, it will always go against you, no matter how good everything is. So that is why psychology is very important than anything, than the trade itself, than the profit you make, and all that. And like I always say, it is not about how much you make, it's how you make the money. It's not about how much wins you have, it's how you make the wins. If you start your journey or your career in Forex trading with bad habits, you're going to be ending it with a bad habit. And you know where bad habits always lead us to, isn't it? So that's why for me, sometimes you see me on the group, when I see people post their results, you know why I always ask you to post your results? Whenever I send signals, I will tell people post their results. It's not really to show off or for you to show off your result. No, it's not about that. It's because it's for me to be sure that everybody's following the rules. So when you post the results, many people may be seeing the figure. Oh wow, you made $400. Yes, I celebrate that. But more importantly for me, before I celebrate that, I look at number one. Okay. I'll click on the results. Okay. I'll look at your entries. I'll look at your positions, how much positions you have, and I'll see the gap between the positions. I'll look at also the lot size you use. Okay. I want to be sure that the entries are exactly the places I called or the places of entry. You get what I'm saying? So all these things are things that I check. And the moment I check those ones, as soon as I check those ones, you understand, I get satisfied that the person is following the rules. Now, if I see you make a lot of money, but you didn't follow the rules, I know it will be just a matter of time before you get discouraged, because eventually you'll be losing out a lot of money and then you'll be discouraged. So that is very important. You look out for the rules. So what I'm saying is, every time you're trading, focus on what the rules. Okay, these things, they help you to straighten and correct your psychology. Okay, they give you the right psychology, they help you correct your mindset, they put your mindset in the right frame of kind of decisions that will help you to be profitable. So I'll be reading out some to you guys. I'll be telling you guys some of it. Okay. Now, this one's, like I said, I came up with them based on our activities so far on the group. And also, I came up with this one so as to help us, to guide us with our own style of trading and the academy we belong. Okay. So, the first thing, we're going to start now. The first thing you do when you want to trade. Now, make sure you have your day or your trading day. Okay. You start your trading day with what we call a rule-based strategy. Okay, a rule-based strategy. Rule. Okay, make sure that there are rules. What do I mean? For example, if you're starting out, you need to clear your schedules. First of all, what sessions are you trading? Do you want to trade the London session, the US session? You get what I'm saying? Now, how much are you risking for the entire day? Do you want to risk 5% of your account? Do you want to risk 3%, 2%, 1%, or 10%, depending on what your emotion can take? Okay. Apart from that, how much do you target? How much is your target wins? How much profit you want to make for the day? Is it 5%, 10%, 20%? Now, of course, you have to be moderate in all those things, because when you stretch it too much, it makes you to want to overtrade and a lot of things that are not good or ethical when it comes to trading. You see what I just mentioned? Number one, I said plan your day. Number one, know how much, know when you want to trade. Okay. Number two, know how much you're willing to risk for the day. I mean, for the entire day, which means if it's a losing day, the moment you see the reds getting to that certain amount, you close for the day. Don't take any, no matter how good the trade looks, you don't take it again for the day. You've met your target on that. I mean, you've gotten to your limit. That's not a target anyway. You don't target to lose anyway. So I mean, you've gotten to the limit of what you can afford to lose for the day. You stop trading, which is 5%, 3%, depending on percent you set for yourself. Okay, that's still under the rule-based strategy. I'm just giving examples what it means, what we mean by rule. Sorry, guys. What we mean by rule-based strategy. Okay. Now, so also target how much you're willing to make for the day. Always write it down. 10% is good. 5% is also good. But anything more than 10 will stretch you too much. Will stretch you too much for the day. And you don't want to do that. I mean, just want to take it easy. Step, because at the end of the day, more importantly, is the experience and learning. Okay, it's the learning that helps you. Eventually, you learn a lot while trading. So focus on that learning. So you take things easy and you grow your account gradually. Of course, I've taught you guys about the compounding plan. Like I stated the last time, right? If you imagine you started with 100 USD, 100 USD with 10% every day, at the end of the month, you could be making a $1,700. Worst case scenario, minusing the losses and all that, at least you still end the month with $1,000, which is a lot. I mean, that's like 1,000% moving your account 10 times. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's always good to have targets for these things and make sure you don't break those rules, no matter what. Because let me tell you why you blow your account. The reason you blow your account is, let's say you make $10 on Friday or Monday, You made like $15 on Tuesday, that's 25. You made like another $5 on Wednesday, that is 30. Like Thursday, you already made like $45. On Friday, you took a trade that is going to be a losing trade, and then you know that it's going to be a losing trade. Your stop loss is closed. You didn't take it in. You kept putting more positions, and you kept moving the stop loss, moving the stop loss. So you're thinking, you're expecting the market to come down again. I mean, to come to your favor. You feel the market should always make you win. You feel that since you've been winning from Monday to Thursday, why not Friday? I mean, the market should give you back the money. You should make more winnings. Before you know it, you're already red. You keep piling up the trades, piling up positions. Before you know it, you're already minus 45, which was the entire profit you've made from Monday to Thursday. Before you know it, it's 50. Now it's tapping into your capital. Now it's 60. It's tapping into your capital. Now you see minus 60. You're like, this is too much. I don't want to lose all of this. Let me wait. Maybe it will come down. Before you know, it starts going up further, and then before you know, your account is gone. So imagine, it's painful. And now let me tell you the worst part. So now you had $100, you made $45, which makes it 145. Now in one day you lost $45 plus extra like $10, making $55 loss. The entire profit for the week is gone plus extra $10 from your capitals. Do you know what happens to you? Psychologically, your mood will switch. You will switch from ordinary forex trader to a revenge trader. You're not acting like Bruce Lee, or Steven Seagal, like the action movies where the actor is beating up and all that, and he goes to train and it becomes good at kung fu or karate, then he come back for revenge. Now you want to revenge, but the problem is you're revenging. Remember, in the movie, the actor makes sure he gets better than the opposition before coming back. But you're trading with $100 with the market of what's it called, about $7 trillion daily, and you are bringing $100. $100 you want to revenge with $100 against $7 trillion market. Hey my God, that's gonna be like joke of the century. I mean, you're gonna be beating it, not just that time, you'll be beating in advance, which means you take so much beating, your account to take so much beating that after taking your money that day, for the next 7 years, every money you make will still be taken from you. That's the kind of thing that happens, because when you go back to want to make that money, you lose everything, and that's what happens. But if you live your life based on rules, that no matter what, so long I lose up to 5%, I stop trading. No matter how good the market look, even if I'm if I'm going to be making that money back, I won't still do it that day. It's going to be the. I hope you understand that, guys. A rule-based trading. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. So that is the first thing you need to look at. The second thing you need to look at is never trade based on your emotions. Now, first of all, there are times some of us what is emotion? Of course, when you look at the E and then motion, talk about so E is like electronical, like something that's electrical. Sorry, electrical. Electrical is anything that is moving, that is lively. I don't want to go into the scientific definition of that, but then so your entire system, your entire mind, brain, body is always in motion, right? Now, when you act based on that entire mind and body that is always in motion, now your whatever you be doing, when I say act, every actions you take now is now based on your emotion. It means whenever you are in good mood, you act the right way. Whenever you're in the bad mood, you act the wrong way. Your emotion, the movement of your body, the happenings around you determines the kind of actions you take, and the action you take depends on your body. Now, when your body is in the wrong negative emotion, you take negative actions, isn't it? So that is why when you are taking your trade, make sure either you take it when you know that your head is clear, or you use your rules so to guide you from the emotion thing. Let me give an instance. Do you know that if you are in the military, okay, now if you are, let me just use this, let me use it in a way, let me use it like a third person, let me just use like a third person, what do you call it now, a noun. Don't let me look, let me use it as an example. Let's say a soldier that is a soldier. Now, do you know that a soldier, when something bad happens to a soldier and is on duty, you have to work and still what's it called? He has to still perform his duty as a soldier, right? He can't give an excuse for that, isn't it? It's part of the training, right? Now, so the same thing with you when you are doing anything. Now, so but the only good thing about you is that when you know that you're not feeling too okay, you don't trade for that moment. For example, some of us will make that mistake. Whenever we feel bad about something, we think, what can I do to make myself happy? Let me go make some money. Then you go on trading. Now, let me tell you, everything you do in that part, because you're trying to do this to help your emotion, to make yourself feel good, you're going to be destroying your accounts. Also, when you are too excited, also you don't go trading because it gives you overconfidence, and then you enter the trade and you'll be expecting wins on any trade, and then you lose your money, and that destroys the happiness that you came in with. So whenever you're trading, you separate everything from your trading. Okay, so it's either you don't trade at all when your emotions are not right, or you just look at your rules and let them be your guide. Now, get it right also. It is not every day that is a trading day. There are times the markets. Okay, let me give you an instance. Do you know that right now, since like Tuesday or thereabout, the gold market has not really been respecting technical, so to speak. Not just gold market, I think a lot of market, but because I trade gold a lot, so I'm talking about gold. So you get now. Later on, I started looking at what could be the reason. I mean, look at the news. The news will be released. Dollar will be very strong, yet gold will be going up. How can that be possible? But at the end of the day, later I found out, I realized that because of the war going on in Israel, Palestine, I mean, it's affecting everything, including the dollars and the gold. People are packing their dollars, packing their money and pushing it in gold. So even when dollar is strong, the more people are still buying gold, because normally the reason why when dollar is strong, gold falls is because when dollar gets stronger, people exchange their gold for dollars, and dollar gets more stronger and gold falls. And same thing, when gold gets stronger, dollar falls because people start using their dollar to buy more gold because the gold is stronger. But this time around, dollar is stronger because of the war. People still buying more gold. So you can have a data telling you dollar is strong, yet gold will still be going up because people are still exchanging dollars for gold. You can imagine that. So those are factors they are inevitable, right? Now, so what I'm saying is, do you know that some may not even trade at all for that moment? Okay, so but if you think that you have to trade every day, that is emotion talking, because you're like, oh, I need to make money today. That's your emotion talking. Oh, I feel like making money today. That's your emotion talking. Do you get my point? So always try to trade without your emotion. I mean, stop basing your judgment in trading on your emotions. It will put you in the wrong track, and that will affect your long-term success. The next thing you need to look at is risk management. Now, I always tell people that, see, if you can take hold of your risk management in trading, there's no way you will not be profitable. There's no way you will not be profitable. Okay. Now, let me tell you, when you talk about risk management, I always tell people that it's a relative thing. I mean, different people, different mindsets, different people, different emotional capacity. When I say emotional capacity, I'm talking about someone may be having $1,000 and he has the heart. I mean, this is someone who probably been used to risk before. He's been in businesses, he's done a lot of things in life, he's used to risk normally. So such person, you can't compare that person to someone who has been playing it safe all his life. I mean, someone who's just an employee who earns salary every month, whether it's good or not, there will be salary waiting, is fixed, and he knows that this money must come in. You can't compare such person to someone who is in business, who sometimes loses money, sometimes makes a lot of money, sometimes loses a lot of money. Do you get the point? So you can't compare. Now, such person will be having different emotional capacity than the one who has been playing it safe in life. Now, that doesn't mean the one who's playing it safe is wrong, or neither the ones who has the mind is right. You get? It's just like, this is the level of my emotion. This is what my body can take. This is what my emotion can take. This is what so your own level of tolerance, risk tolerance, is what is what we call risk management. So let's say the first question you ask yourself before you go into any trade is this: how much am I willing to lose? Now, that doesn't mean that we are going into trades to lose, or we plan to lose when we go into a trade. No, but you have to go in with that mindset of worst case scenario. Now, you know why? When you go in with such mindset, it allows you to let the trade breathe. Some of you don't know how to let trade breathe. If someone will be having 0.1 profits, oh, yeah, I'm done. I mean, 0.1 dollars. I mean, like 10 cents. Well, it's okay. I'm just saying, if you enter a trade and then you see blue, you close. You see blue, you close. You now see a long list of blue 0.1, 0.5, 0.9. I mean, is it a taboo that you touch a dollar? Such person is trading with fear. Like, oh, I don't want to see red at all. And do you know why they do that? The moment they enter the trade, it goes into red. They're like, oh my God, here comes that stupid color. I don't want to see red. Oh my God, red is here. And then they like, so scary. And then when it turns blue, the moment they see blue, they don't care how much blue. They just take it like that. I'm done. At least that will give the rest of mine. Well, you only do that because you're probably invested or you probably deployed an amount of risk that your emotion cannot take, that your body cannot take, that your system cannot afford to lose. Do you get my point? All of a sudden, you start having running stomach. All of a sudden, you start feeling like doing number two in the toilet because you're trading. All of a sudden, your heart started running faster than the valves and the what's it called, the arteries and the veins. I mean, all of a sudden, the blood volume start getting more increasing, like liquefies, like you're adding more blood to your system. Do you get it? So it's because you're already doing something bigger than what your body can take or your system can tolerate. So
What are
risk
they try
management
for
is
say? What are they try for
trading
say? Like
with what?
yesterday, like I know they try for talk on
Hold on,
waiting
hold
happen.
on, hold on. Tima, is that you?
I'm sorry, coach. I'm sorry.
All right, good. Please. So, as I was saying, right, guys, don't worry. If you have questions, just write them down. As soon as I'm done, you start asking the questions, okay? I mean, I don't want to miss a thing. You know, I'm not reading from a book, so I mean, forget things when I start answering your questions. All right. So, as I was saying, like I forgot what I was saying now. Okay, let me try and remember. Anyways, I was talking about when you invested the kind of money that you're not supposed to, you start feeling awkward while the trade is on. But when you do the right thing, put the right amount of, if I'm going to be risking $5, I know that worst case scenario, the $5 will be taken from my account. It's okay. Now, what would that do to you? That will allow you to let the trade breathe and at least make some money before you close your trade. Now, if you're risking $5 in a trade, you make sure that until you realize $10, don't close that trade. At least let it be 1 to 2. Do you get it? That doesn't mean, I mean, so because you know why? Mathematically, following the lot size rules and all that, if you're risking $5, the kind of lot size to give you, or at least will give you, will help you to make double of it in no time. You understand? Also, so if you're risking $5, I mean, the moment you see $10, it's okay. 1 to 2. If you see $3, I'm sorry, if you see 3 times, which is $15, it's super okay. Actually, some people don't even stop until they see what's it called? 3 times or whatever they put in. But for me, I would say it is better when you set a goal for the day that, oh, all I need is 10% of my income, my fund. So whenever you see such, you close. Or if you don't close, I've taught you guys in the past how to trade your profit. Move your stop loss to secure your capital and some profits. So when you talk about risk management, number one, what do you look at? The amount you tend to use for the day, to risk for the day. Number two, your target that you're trying to make for the day. Then number four, knowing when to stop trading. Okay, that's how to manage risk. Now, I always tell you that there are 3 areas that you need to secure when it comes to risk management. Number one is what? Your capital. You don't focus on profit when you enter a trade. The first thing you focus on is securing your capital. Then the next thing you focus on is like, so how do you secure your capital? Sorry, it's the moment you enter a profit, the moment you're in profit, okay, for some level, you just move your what? You move your stop loss to your entry. That will secure your capital. Then the moment you see that the profit is getting bigger, then you move your stop loss to what? To cover some profit and your capital. Okay. Then from then on, you can now leave the trade to go to wherever it goes to. You know that even if it returns back, if it's closing you out, it won't close you in loss. It will close you out with your capital and some profits. So that will give you rest of mind. But that's a story for another day, which of course is already in the video. For those who want to watch that, we have some past videos that we've explained that for risk management. Now, another thing about trading psychology is over trading. Don't get in the habit of over trading. Okay, when you over trade, it puts everything that you've done well, it can put it back to zero. For example, your target is $20 maybe you have a $200 account and you want to make 10%, and the 10% is $20, of course, as we know mathematically. Now you've made your $20, yet you're still not out of the market. I mean, you just don't know when to stop. You're always in the market morning, afternoon, night. You're always trading. On weekend, you're trading. I mean, that would be boring and that would be risky. Let me tell you, I always say, market is not your friend. The market is never your friend. The market is filled up with sharks and whales. I mean, these guys are whales. You are just a golden fish, just a small, tiny little golden fish. Now, you want to swim in the very big ocean, and this ocean is controlled by the whales, the sharks. You know, what are that big, what do you call it, fish that we have there? The lionfish and all those big, big things that we have in there, right? You want to swim with these people. You don't want to stay with them because they can swallow you. Every one of them, when they open their mouth, they can swallow 1,000 of you 1 minute. In fact, in 1 second. So what do you do when you're in such ocean? You want to quickly get what you can get and run out back to your safety. That's how you do it. Market is not a safe place for you because the market does not like you at all. I mean, would you like yourself if you were the one? I mean, look at it. The market is $7.7 trillion market every day. I mean, every day, over $7 trillion moved around this market every day. But this $7 trillion is a combination of billionaires in dollars, like $100 million, $300 million, $10 billion from this company, from this insurance company, from this bank, from this government country asset, like bonds, like what do you call it, treasury bills, all this money, big, big billions. Now, how would you feel if you see somebody bringing $100 to make $1,000 from that same market? You'd be like, come on, man, we're playing billions, and this guy is making money. Before you know it, you're already a millionaire in their face. They don't like that. So all their aim is to kick out the retail traders like you and I. Why they use all your money to match up with their money so they make more money. So that's why it's not safe for you. We're not supposed to be there. We're not even licensed. That's why we use brokers, because with that kind of money we trade with, you're not allowed in the market. It's a big market. But with the broker, you can be able to access the market. But then you are only coming to take some and get out as soon as you can. So the market is not your friend. Overtrading is a taboo. It destroys everything you've done. When you stay too long with the market, you make mistakes. All the ones you made, you can lose them again. Okay, that's that. Then I spoke about revenge trading from the beginning, which is when you lose, for example, make sure you accept that loss. Now, the only reason why people don't accept loss is when they are so used to winning. They don't feel that, oh, I cannot lose today, I have to win today. And then when you say that, you stay in the market, and like I always say, the market does not owe you anything. Some of us feel entitled to the market that, oh, market must pay me today, my money, I must make my money today. Hey, it's not your money in the first place. Where it is, where you make the only money that is yours is the one you make. So the profit at hand is the one that is yours. If you have not made the profit, money is not yours. Okay. So please, I'd like you to mute yourself anytime you want to have a side talk. Please. This is recorded. I hope it's recorded, right? I mean, for the sake of those that will be watching the video or be listening to this afterwards. Okay. All right. So as I was saying, avoid revenge trading. Okay. Now, another thing which is common with many of you, well, I was like that too at the time. Okay. And many people still like that, and it's not bad. I mean, for a beginner, it's a beginner thing. Everybody must always be like that. Okay. Now, is consistency. Guys, you have to be consistent. Now, in this trading, which is just like life, it's not really about you making money once. Now, let me tell you what guarantees you freedom is consistency. If you can guarantee yourself that you can make money over and over again, but the only way you can guarantee this money that you want to be making over and over again is only when you are consistent with the channels. Like some of you, like I said the last time, let me show you again, like I did in the last video. Okay, I want to show you something, so I'm going to share my screen again. Let me share my screen. You are with Eminos, let's say Eminos Arabic. Now you make money with Eminos Arabic every day or every now and then. And then maybe this week is kind of a bad week for Eminos Arabic, and there are some losses. And because of that, you switch to Eminos Trade Ideas, which is okay. I mean, all those channels are for you to make money. If I were you, I would leverage on all of them. Okay, just for me to meet my target. I mean, there's a lot of places for you to leverage on to meet your target, right? So now, but the thing is, Some of you will now leave this other one and will never go there again because of that loss. And then you switch. And then when you're with that one, as soon as there's a loss, you switch again. Now, the truth is, in every trading strategy or trading channel, they will have their days of losing and they will have their days of winning. Just that they have more days of winning than they have days of losing trades. Okay. Now, but when they lose, they don't lose as much as they win. So meaning the days they win is always a big win. But when they lose, it's so small compared to the winning. Now, if you now maybe because you move around a lot, you now unfortunately fall on the day they are losing. Now you take the loss. But you now because of that loss, you're not there anymore. You don't go there to pick your trades anymore. You don't follow them anymore. Now you won't know the day they will win, you will not be there. You only be there the day they lose. So you only take the losses and then you avoid the wins. Meanwhile, one good thing about these people is this: one win can wipe out your two weeks of losses, or 2 days of 1 week of losses. One win can just make you. I mean, you can see. Okay, for example, now look at this Manara trade ideas. Okay, yesterday was a banger. I mean, these guys they mobbed the markets yesterday, and today again. Look at yesterday's results. Yesterday results, as you can see, GBP yesterday gave TP1. You see TP1 hit. TP1 hit yesterday immediately. Was this yesterday? Sorry, this is today. Let me go back to yesterday. Yesterday, what's today's date? Okay, yeah, yesterday was 12, right? So look at yesterday. Now, fortunately, this week I don't think there's a loss at all this week. Okay, look at it: 60 pips, TP2, winning, all winnings. A lot of money made. You know, a lot of money made all through yesterday, October 12th. Look at all the money they made just on one just yesterday. Okay, on the 12th. Okay, they lost 45 pips. Okay, look at the losses: 45 pips and 10 pips, making 55 pips. But the wins over the board about 1,285 pips. That's a lot of pips. That means somebody with 0.01 will still be making about $128 5 cents or 50 cents. Sorry, you know. Now look at the wins and the losses. The ratio is very far, isn't it? Now, even today, look at today. GBPY hits TP1 almost immediately. The trade idea was sent. My own time was around 1:35 a.m. my own time, and by 3:15 a.m. TP1 was already done. Okay, and for the gold, he gave an instruction yesterday that you should buy and hold it. For those who follow that instruction, that you should hold it, that you get to 1910, that he has an that he had an what's it called? He suspected that it would go to 1910. That's 1910. From that was from 18 something or so, 1870 something, I think. And guess what? It got there today. It got to that point, to that 1810 from that yesterday that he asked them to buy. And that gave about 200 and something pips for those who did that. Okay. So today again, look at when they went today, that made everything about 1,820 pips from that 1,002. That was between yesterday and now. Look at, I mean, these guys try. Just go back in time and look at when they even lose. Okay, the losses are always minimal compared to the winning. That's not all. Even if you come to Eminence trade ideas, is the
Okay.
Okay, so as I was saying before, so I was talking about the losses versus the wins. Okay, look at this. Uh, look at this guy. His account. He has two lot size. So that two lot size, he lost 518.95. Here he made nine on the same pair, 938.7. Okay, 21 here made 136 was 356. I mean, if you add all this together, this is nothing compared, isn't it? So you can imagine. I mean, these guys they have their losses, but the wins are more. Look at this one. When they send this one, see, it's a win. I mean, look at it. It's a win. Today, GU 30 pips, close half, move SL, blah 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 blah. Look at the instruction, 43 pips. I mean, look at so they have losses, but they have more wins. I mean, if you follow this guy, there's no way you will always be. I mean, but the thing is, you see, most people when they follow them and then they have loss, they leave them and then go to another one, and then maybe, let's say for example, it's seasonal. Maybe that season of losing is the time you left. Now after you left, is the next thing is season of winning, but you won't be there to win because you left already to another place. Meanwhile, when you get to those ones, probably they've done with their season of winning. They are back to their season of losses. I'm just joking, but I'm just saying coincidental. Most times you just leave, okay, and then you go to the next part, and then you go to the next place. Now let's talk about this. Some of you made a complaint about something like that. Oh, that yes, Eminence Trader there. The truth is, he's always giving a wider zone for stop loss. Yes, and his TP1 always big also. I mean, look at it. If TP1 is 80 pips, which means the next TP should be about 40 or so. That would make it a 1 to 2 or 3. Okay, risk to reward. But there's no problem. You don't need to have a problem with that. What you should focus on is how much are you willing to risk. If your risk amount is $10, even if the pips is 50 pips, it will still fit in. Do you get what I'm saying? All you do is this. For example, let's say, okay, though of course, $100, I don't buy into when you are risking or when you are trading with $100. I mean, it's always difficult to go. You can't go that little on it, but at least $10 can still do much. So, for example, that's 10%. Even 5% would go a long way. So, let's say, for example, my account is $100. For example, what trade is this one now? Let's look at that trade. I want to share. This is to share with some of you that said, well, the problem with these people is that the Eminence Trade Ideas group, the channel, that the stop loss is always big. So look at it. Let's say you are trading GBP USD and the pips is 50 pips stop loss. So what do? You go to GBP USD, right? Or your calculator. I want to believe every one of you have this calculator already. If you don't, you can ask your sponsor. Sponsor is the person who signed you on. Okay. Now let's say you are risking 5%. Okay, and the stop loss is 50 pips. Okay, so what do you have? Your 5% is $5. That's what you're risking. That's what you should focus on. It doesn't matter whether they give you 50 pips stop loss, 100 pips stop loss. You focus on how much you want to risk. It's the same amount that will go if it's a loss. So let's say it's 50 pips and then $5, you'll be doing 0.01. That's all you do. Okay, that's all you do. The first, what's it called, is 80 pips. So let's say it's TP1. The value of your pip value is going to be 0.1, right? So how do you know how much you will make with your $5? Okay, so you go to pip value. Remember the pip value is GBP USD. GBP USD. Okay, and your trade size is 0.01, and your number of pips is 80 pips. If you win, if the trade hits TP1, okay, if it hits TP1, how much are you going to be making? You'll be making $8. So you see, you invested $5, you make $8 on TP1 alone. Now remember, it's TP1 and TP2 is open, which means, I mean, it continues. So it's possible you make your 10% already here, because when $8, just $2 away from $10, and then you're done for the day. Or if I thought you don't want to be done, you still want to make more money, you move your stop loss to cover your $8 and your capital. Do you get? So there's nothing that is not doable under the risk management when it comes to trading. But all you need is consistent. Just follow these people for 1 week. Try it, but use your risk management so you don't lose much money. The problem is when you start going outside your rules, like I said from the beginning, then you have problem. So consistency is very, very important. The next thing is, um, of course, like I said, never avoid losing, never avoid being wrong. So the next thing I want to talk about is FOMO, fear of missing out is another problem that most of you have. Fear of missing out. When a trade is called, sometimes some people will wait till the trade goes into profit. Then they will ask questions like, can I enter this trade? Can I still enter this trade? When they see people posting profits, like that yesterday, or was it yesterday or the day before that I sent the result of um what's it called, Manara trade ideas to the group. Everybody, all of a sudden, everybody started going to that group. Before you know it, they started entering trade and posting their profits. But the question is, what if you jump in? You don't even know where the trade is. Sometimes I'll go and check their entries. I'll know that these guys actually just jumped in. Do you know why they jumped in? They were like, wow, this trade is profitable already. I don't want to miss out. Let me just go in. You don't do that. Anytime a trade is sent and it has passed, the moment you see any trade that has entered TP1 or TP2, any TP, that trade you can't enter again, because it must have given whoever analyzed that thing probably knew that trade, the market will go to that area or to that zone one time, and as it goes there, they trap their profit and they're already out of it, or they already secured their profits. Now you now join that area where they've taken their profits. You go into loss when others are making money. So you don't rush. The moment you missed it, you missed it. Wait for the next one. Pay attention. Okay? Don't do FOMO. FOMO is FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay? Then also avoid being overconfident and overexcited. And this always happens when you have too many wins. Especially when you are a new person, most newbies, even some of you here that are already leaders in the game, when you make so much money, so much wins, you get so used to winning that you don't want to lose. And that is why when you make so much money as a winner, you see a losing trade, you don't want to give up, you keep pushing more money, putting more money, and then you lose all the things you've won. You better be careful you avoid that. Another thing that is good with that helps your psychology is having a game plan for the day and having a journal for the end of the day. Now, a game plan is what I discussed in the beginning. Know how much you want to go in for, know how much you're targeting, know how much you're imputing or you are risking, know when to stop. For me, anything to fall downwards, in fact, before fall, I don't like trading. And I only like to trade 2 times in a day, London and US session. But most times I focus on US session, which is around 1 p.m. Nigerian time till, let's say, 3 p.m. I don't want to be in the market anything between that, after that time. Then early in the morning, because most time I'm a morning person. I have a lot of activities in the morning. I go to the gym in the morning. After my prayers, I do a lot of stuff in the morning. So most times concentrating on trade is always a problem for me. Sometimes if I go with my trades, I'll be gymming. After a set, I'll go and check my phone. Sometimes I miss out. Maybe the time I'm supposed to close my profits, I won't know. I'll still be exercising, and when I get there, it's already gone. And others are already picking their profits. So sometimes I like to focus. Okay. So you need to look at your own schedule, especially those of you that are working class. You have your other things you do. Try and check a time that will fit into your schedule that will be free. I've had some of you enter a good trade, but you're not there to close your profits when others are taking profit. By the time you're getting there, it's already taking your money. And when I ask, they tell me, actually, I'm at work. So the moment I entered the trade, I left it to go do some stuff. By the time I was back, it was already, to avoid those stories, you need to watch, have a game plan for the day. Then at the end of the day, you now check your activities, check your wins, and check your losses, check the way the activities go. You have to check it to merge it now, to align it with your rules again. Now that will let you know if you've done something right, and it will let you know if you made mistakes. You understand? Because those rules are there. So at the end of the day, you check, okay, how many lot size did I use today? Oh, good. I used exactly what I said I would use. How much did I risk today? I risked 5%. Good. What was my target? You check your journal, 10%. You check your trade. Did it match 10%? Yes, it matched. That is how to build a habit of a winner. You see, let me tell you one good thing about habits. Habits are things you do involuntarily, things you do unconsciously without even knowing. But before they become a habit, they are kind of a thought. From a thought, they are actions. From actions, they are things you do every day. By the time you do it every day, it becomes your character. After your character, it becomes a habit. Do you get it now? So imagine, for you to cultivate a set of habits that will make you a profitable person, you have to start by following some rules. When you get used to those rules, it becomes part of you. Imagine if success principles becomes your own daily habits. Money will come to you anyway. Even when you don't need it, you make money. Just like, those days when I was growing up, especially in the secondary school days, for those, some of us, they went to military school, while some, maybe depending. But the one thing I noticed about those who went to military school is they know how to get to take care of everything. There's discipline. The way they file their, you can't rough your papers cannot be rough. Your notebooks cannot be rough. I mean, you chop Koboko tire. I mean, there's going to be a punishment for you. They treat you like soldiers in military school, even secondary school, and all that. Did you get? So you see, so before you know it, they are out of the school, but the training did not leave them. It will be part of them for life. The same thing as a trader. When you follow these rules as a beginner, later on it will become part of you, and you just see yourself making money every now and then. People will just look at you like you're lucky. It's just by following the rules. Now those rules shape your habits. Your habit becomes something that will be happening without you even knowing, and that forms a good psychology for you when trading. Do you get it now? So always have those rules. Then last thing is avoid taking every trades. Is a bad habit. Okay, some of you will be so desperate that, oh, I've not seen any trade today, I've not taken any trade today. It's not a must to take trade every day. If you don't see good trades, don't take. If they don't go by your rules, don't take. Okay. Now, don't force the trades to come. Like some of you now, we've taught ourselves on how to use Manara scanner, on how to use Manara monitor. Now, sometimes some of you bend the rules, like because you must take a trade, like, let me overlook this one. I mean, I must trade by force, and then you bend the rules and then you enter. Like maybe, like I said, that you must make sure that the trends are going with the instructions. So if the instruction is to buy, make sure that it's an uptrend. If instruction is to sell, make sure it's a downtrend. Some of you are like, oh, at least this one looks like it. It's not looking like it. It's your psychology that is making it to look like it, because you're having a mindset that I want to trade by force. So even if you are seeing a rectangle, you are assuming it's a circle because you want to just make sure that you feed that your emotion. Avoid that habit. Let it go sometimes. Let the trade go sometimes. It's not a must to trade a day. At least keep your money and don't destroy the flow. Okay. So all of these are things I want you to follow. And as you do that, I tell you, your trading game will change, and you'll be very, very highly, highly profitable. And you will achieve the aim of joining this academy. So to that point, I will rest my case, and I'd like you to start with your question. But before that, let us do the same. Let us do this again. I'd like to show you again the compounding planner. I believe how many of you have already done their own compounding plan? I mean, the sheet, the one I showed you, the compounddaily.org that I asked you to visit. How many of you? If you have done it, can you put an A? If you have done it, can you put an A in the chat box? Type an A in the chat box. If you haven't, put a B in the chat box. The compounddaily.org. Compounddaily.org. If you've not done yours, put a B. If you have done yours, put an A. Most of you are B, B, B. What happened? What is your excuse, guys? All right. Let's go there. Let's go there again. Let's go to the compound daily. So what is the compound daily? So first of all, you need to learn the site. Actually, we have an app. You can use my Facebook, but that is not much detailed. And I will tell you why I prefer this one. Okay, it helps our aim. Okay, so you go to compounddaily.org. You see compounddaily.org. That's the site. I'll send a link to the chat box now so you guys can have it. You just click on it and then you go there straight. Sorry. Okay. Guys, I want you to prepare your question. Ask questions on this psychology thing, trading psychology. If because it's gonna help you. I'm telling you, and you need to start applying it from Monday onward. Okay. So this is the link. You can save this link. When you tap on it, it takes you here. So how do you use it, guys? So let's say this is it. This is actually what you need. Can we all see it? All right. Good. So now, let's say you have a $500 account. At least we'll be using $100. Let's use $500 for a change. Okay. Now, let's say you have a $500 account. Now, remember when you join trade, when you come into trading, it's not casino, it's not a gambling stuff whereby you want to make millions in a day. It's something you want to build gradually into something big. Okay. So you need to have a plan, but still a short-term plan. Okay. Now, so let's say you start with the 500. Like I said, play by the rule book. Okay. So you give yourself a target for the day that this 500 on a daily basis, my target is to make 10% of whatever it is that is my account balance. So in percentage, it is 10, your target. It could be anything. I'm just giving an example. Okay, this is the best one you could go for. Okay, you can even do 5%, but make sure it's not too much because sometimes you want it to grow gradually. Okay, you avoid whatever will make you to overstress yourself, overtrade yourself, and all that. Yeah, 10% a day is what you target. For what period now? For 30 days, for example. Some will even do 60 days, 90 days, but that's it for 30 days. Now, this plan that you want to start, are you willing to, or will you be withdrawing from the profit you make? Let's say you make 10% a day, you want to withdraw 5%, or you want to withdraw 10%, or you want to withdraw nothing. So for example, let's say you want to be withdrawing 50% of whatever you make, which means 50%. So you click there, you put 50%, which means whenever you make 10% of whatever it is every day, okay, 50% of that profit will be taken. But when you are doing a 30 days challenge, you don't withdraw at all. You just let it compound so you can get your target, right? So you say 100% reinvestment, which means whatever amount you make the previous day with your capital, you push it forward for the next day to continue from there. You're not withdrawing anything. Now, are you going to be trading on weekends? No, you need to enjoy your life on weekends. After all, forex market don't work on weekends. It's only crypto market that opens every day. Now, this your 30 days. When is it starting? You put the start date. So if your date is Monday, for example, Monday is going to be 23rd. Am I right? No, sorry, it's going to be 16th. So you put in 16th. Oh, sorry, this is the month, October. So this is the day, 16th. Then what do you do next? You click on calculate now. Now you see, this is what you're going to get. So he said, if you be starting your trading with your $500 account on the 16th of October 2023, which is Monday, by 27th of November 2023, it will complete your 30 business days, without weekends. That's why it transcends into November. It's supposed to stop in September. Okay, yeah. It's supposed to end 11th of November. Okay, but because you are missing out 2 days of every week, so that's like 8 days. So you add that to it. That's what you'll be ending it in 27 days. Sorry, 27th of November. So by 27th of that November, your compound daily plan should have gotten you 8,724 USD, meaning your account would have gotten to this level. Now, what does that mean? It means for that 30 days, every money you make, you don't withdraw from it, and then you carry it over, and then you still you make 10% of what you carried over the previous day. So that's what they mean by this one. Your total cash withdrawals were 0. So over the course of 30 days, business days, you didn't remove anything. That's why you're able to achieve this. Then your total net profits for the 30 days will be 8,224, because when you deduct your capital, which was $500, you'll be having profit of this. Now, give or take, let's say, of course, there will be losing days and all that. There will also be days you make more than 10%. But give or take, let's say you even meet up $7,000 in 30 days. Even 5,000 is a lot of money. So this will help you to have a plan and to have a target. And believe you me, if you follow those channels, you follow Manara, all those signals, you meet up this target. At least even if you get 5K, you'll be happy. That's a good testimony from 500 to 5K in 30 days. Do you get my point? Now, your subscription now, remember, at least you can pay 50, I think it's $55 or $50. So you can imagine if you have $5,000, that can pay for how many months? I'm just saying, meaning $500 will pay you for 10 months. So you can deduct $500 for your 5,000. And 10 months, you have to worry about subscription. That's by the way. So now why I choose this compound daily is because apart from the fact that it gives you the results you will get in 30 days or in 90 days, depending on the days you put, okay, it will help you to break it down. You understand? The projection will be broken down. Look at it. This is how it works. So it tells you that on Monday you are starting with $500. Okay, that's why you have the first one. No, so the first day now, day one is going to be on Monday. Okay, sorry, by day two, Tuesday will be your day one. Because on Monday you started, so you make your 10% on Monday. By your day one, it's counted as if this is your day one. Okay, am I right? Yeah. So you already have $510. Oh, I said $10, $550, because $50 will be your profit, 10%. That's your day one. So $50 will be your what? Your profits, because 10% of $550. So at the end of the day, you'll be having $550, as you can see here. Can you see it? $550. Okay. Now that $50 becomes your what? The total principal. So the next day, what happens? You carry off the $550 now. The 10% of that will be $55. Added to the $550 makes it $605. By the end of, even from day 15 alone, let's say day 15. By day 15, you're already around 5 figures. Oh, sorry, 4 figures. At least by day 15, you're already around $2,000. Following this plan, already you'll be happy. You have made 1.5 over your money, right? 30th day, this is what you will be. 8,007 plus. Now, another good thing about this is you can download these results and have it printed out so you can be able to monitor it. Okay, you can download it in PDF or you do it in Excel to download in your phone and then you can have it. That's why I prefer this one. So I'm rounding off with this one. So if you do this, guys, it's better you start this one with the psychology rules that I've given you tonight. Start on Monday and watch how your November will be. Before the end of the year, you'll be rounding up with very big money. Imagine you do 60 days, that will be ending in December. I mean, you'll be happy. Then when people are shouting Happy New Year, let me show you how your New Year can be. It depends on you. Okay? Now let me be realistic this time around. Okay? Let us accommodate. Anyways, it's the same. I'll still use the same amount, $500. So somebody with $100 can still calculate, it's still going to be the same. But I like doing the worst case scenario. Let's say it's $100 that you have. Okay? You have $100. What is going on? Let's say you have $100. Doing the same thing. What is going on now? How am I getting? Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, 10%. This time around $100, 10%. And let's say you want to do it, people always have targets for the new year. Because very soon I see people doing the New Year resolution. They might go the year my double portion, all those stuff. I mean, you need to start now, isn't it? So let's say your own is you want to end the year very strong, okay? You want to end the year very strong. I mean, you discipline yourself and you go for this kind of program. I tell you, it's better than nothing, better than doing nothing at all. So you are doing it for 60 days, no weekends, starting on let's say starting on 15. Sorry, 15. Starting on the 15.
Day 16, because Saturday, Sunday, no market.
Okay, yeah, 16, yeah. All right. 16. Calculate now. So for 60 days, imagine with 100 USD, doing the 10% every day, you can end your year with 30,000 USD, 350.73. I mean, Tima, imagine you ending the December of this year with 30K in Belarus.
Jeez.
You're gonna sack your boss, right?
I will slap you with $1,000. I
You can
swear.
imagine. So the same thing I know. Doris also will not joke with that kind of thing. I mean, even in Canada, I mean, this is a lot of money, right? Ending the year with this kind of money. And I mean, while you're starting with $100, and it's possible, I can guarantee you that. I mean, even if you don't get exact amount, even
100
halfway,
million in Uganda.
Yeah, that's 100 million in Uganda. Imagine. That's a lot of money, you see. So
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you very much.
I'm telling you, she's calculating on your behalf. And you know, so the good thing is this will be ending by 8th of January 2024. You'll be having this in your account, which means by when is December? Let me see. December 12, 11, 11, 11. By 12, I want to see December, how much you would have grown into. Okay, that's 1st of December. So imagine. So by December, you're already around 4,000, 9 plus 5,000, at least by 19, 20, you know, I think 23, 24 is always holidays, you know. So let's say by 22, let's stop by 22, you already have 10K by the end of the year. Not even by the end of the year, because okay, yeah, by the end of the year, because you resume, the market resume again by 27th, 27th, you know. So let's just say 10K by the end of December, and by the end of that, by January is already 30,000 by 8th of January. Even if it's the end of January, come on, that's a lot of money. And you know the best part about this? It's not about this money. It's about the fact that if you get this kind of money, even if it's 20K, you can withdraw, you can do whatever you like with $15,000 and start another compounding plan with 5K for the beginning of the year. You want to try that? I don't want to blow your mind. Imagine you starting with 5K.
Mm.
Guys, I'm sorry. I got locked at my home. I don't know what's wrong with my Wi-Fi Anyways, I mean, we're already done. I was just telling you what will happen if you do that, which we talked about. So, guys, I'll stop the recording and then you can ask your question. Thank you.